Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my HPI Sprint. Again, you might have seen it in a previous video. It's a touring car, or can be a drift car. If I lock the rear diff, it would be a good drift car. It's very, very powerful for the price I've paid for the electronics in it, which is a Castle Sidewinder SV2 ESC and the 5700 kV 4-pole Newcastle Castle motor. Has a lot of power to it. Recently changed the rear belt, even though it looks a bit worn there. The front belt's the original belt, I think. I bought it off someone for a good price. I think there's quite a bit of life left in that rear belt, it just looks worn. I've also had the rear diff out today, this evening in fact, because it wasn't turning. One wheel wasn't turning and the other one was, so I had to sort it out. I'll just show you it's properly sorted out now. Just switch it on a second. Got some rally type tyres on it now. These tyres have a lot of grip. I took it out earlier today. I'm very impressed with the grip they provide on road. It also would work on grass if the car was a buggy. It needs to be higher off the ground, but it does have quite a bit of power. That was just under half throttle. I'll show you full throttle now. Full throttle forwards, full throttle backwards. As you can see, the rear belt, and you can see the belt that drives the front wheels is turning properly as well. Yeah, the rear belt is always a problem running on tarmac with stones and stuff. I've got an under tray for this, but it scrapes against the floor. It's so low. Anyway, I think this rear belt is probably going to last a number more runs, but I will replace it. It only costs about £10, but it's a bit of a hassle. It takes about 20 minutes to replace. Have to take the whole rear end off, take the rear diff out, loop the belt over the rear diff, put the rear diff back in, put the dog bones back in, undo the spur gear, take that bit of metal out that has the gear for the rear belt and the front belt on, so I can take the belt off and then just do the opposite, put it all back together, and it should work like. I would make a video on how to change the rear diff, but it's straightforward. You just undo screws at the bottom, undo the suspension arms, basically just take the back end off all the screws, and just take all the screws out that you need to take the back end off this car. Both of the rear wheels and the rear diff, all of it will come out as one section. Just make sure you keep all the screws safe, and if you can't remember, write down where they go so you put the correct screws in the correct holes, because if you don't, it can cause problems if you have a long screw somewhere that's gonna hit something else and stop it going round, which I've seen people do before. It can cause problems. And you see I'm running an old receiver on this, but I don't mind. I only use it for bashing about and for a laugh, really, just around where I live. Old X-Tool crystal type receiver. Got a 2.4 gigahertz new style Sky something, Fly Sky, I think it is, in a buggy, FTX Vantage buggy with a 9-turn 370 kV motor in it. That's pretty rapid. It goes about 55-60 odd mile an hour. With a 3-cell LiPo, same as I got in here. I've got another 3-cell as well, two 2-cells and two Nimmer sticks, 4,000 milliamp hour, and a 200 that I got for nothing. Yeah, so they're the wheels. I think for the price, they used to cost £12. I think they were for four of them, all four. Tyres glued to the rims. Nice. They do expand when you're using it off the floor and use full throttle, but they're bound to balloon with the power of this motor. They're slightly bigger than normal wheels for a touring car or drift car. They're 1.9 inch diameter, I think the rims are, rather than 1.8 inch, which most touring cars, drift car wheels are. And the tyres, obviously, look at the amount of grip they got. Yeah, been spilling the wheels, been spilling the tyres quite a lot today, and no tread at all is worn off. And I've been told these are really cheap tyres. I'm really impressed, to be honest, with these tyres. I also bought some more wheel nuts, because if you over tighten them, the wheels don't go around properly, and it's always good to have spares. Got spare body clips and all the rest of it as well. Got a total of 3 cars. Another one's a Tamiya TL01, which has a 12-turn e-tronics motor and ESC in. It's not a bad car, but it's not the best. It's pretty cheap, but I got it for cheap, so what do you expect? Upgrade it to brushless. Pretty quick car, probably goes 40-45 mile an hour, maybe slightly over with the wind behind it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe and like if you wish. I'll be making some more shortly, so stay tuned. Cheers.